Hello, and welcome to a product overview of ItaQuod Structured CRM. My name is Mara Barrett, and I'll be taking you through a tour of our software. This video is designed for you to take a deeper look at ItaQuod and familiarize yourself with our user interface, some key capabilities of the application, and to acclimate yourself to some of the key features we think you're really going to like. This demo will be broken apart into 3 sections. I like to call them the 4 C's to selling. They're capture, consume, coach, and collaborate. From a data capture perspective, I'll start out with showing you the innovative ways we've designed the data capturing component so that it's insanely quick and easy for sales reps to get their data into ItaQuod. Next, I'll talk about data consumption, and I'll show you all the different ways that you can slice and dice the data and review it the way that you're going to want to see it. Last, but certainly not least, we'll talk about coaching and collaboration. This is one of the key components that's been missing in CRM, and because the data is so well organized and easy to consume, management can use key insights that the data provides to allow them to coach their sales reps on how to convert leads to opportunities and opportunities to customers, as well as to collaborate with other team members. At ItaQuod, we recognize no matter who you are, no matter what role you play, you need data to do your job effectively. We think you're going to love our approach to CRM and how we've built the tool for sales, but with the whole company in mind so that everyone can benefit from the data. So sit back, relax, and watch how I show you how ItaQuod can turn your business into a data-driven selling machine. ItaQuod is web-based, so basically all you need is internet connection and a web browser in order to access ItaQuod. I'll log in here with my username and password. Now, upon logging into ItaQuod, you'll be defaulted to your home dashboard. I should note that this is going to be a web-based demonstration, but just note that ItaQuod also offers a mobile app that can be downloaded to the App Center of your smartphone. This dashboard that you're seeing here is basically going to enable you to have access to the areas of the application that your profile has granted you access to. If, for example, there are areas of the application that your profile inhibits you from accessing, you won't have access to the areas. In fact, you won't even see it within ItaQuod. So ItaQuod is rules and roles-based. How you configure the system with individuals and their profiles will determine their level of access and capabilities within the application. All the traditional components of CRM are built into the software, things you're already probably familiar with, like accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, as well as activities. 2 pieces that you may not be so familiar with, but we'll touch on a little bit later, are our messaging and leaderboards. Let's begin today's review session by diving into the data capturing piece. So let's take a look at how your sales reps can capture information as it relates to leads and opportunities. I'm going to use an opportunity for an example today. So this is the IQ skeleton screen. This is where the built-in structure is within ItaQuod. This screen is broken into 2 different sections. On the left-hand side of the screen is your demographic panel. This is basically everything that's going to describe the outside in of an organization. So this shows the lead or the opportunity account. It shows the size of the account, like revenue, employee size, as well as what industry they belong to. We'll also capture information like marketing details, what lead source or campaign, was driving this opportunity. And we also capture sales information that sales reps can use this pencil icon to edit information like the sales stage. And this is the sales stage that can be defined for both leads and opportunities so that you can capture the progression of your leads and opportunities through your sales cycles. Behind the scenes, there's a weighting to each stage that will also provide visibility to, so you can see how the sales stage as well as the weighting impacts your forecast. We'll also capture information for the close date for the opportunities, and we also offer the ability for sales reps to incorporate or include opportunities as part of their forecast. Now, what this means is managers really hate when they're trying to forecast because they constantly see all these sales opportunities in the pipeline, but they're not able to determine whether or not these opportunities should be part of the commit. This gives sales reps the power to determine whether or not they want to commit an opportunity as part of the forecast. So when sales managers are running pipeline reports and trying to forecast, they could filter in the reports whether or not an opportunity is part of their commit. And then this way they have visibility to all the ones outside the commit. So if they need to backfill for ones that have been committed and fallen out, they have the visibility to do so. This keeps a nice, clean opportunity pipeline. We also have built-in capabilities for lead to opportunity approval workflows. So that way, if you want to start with things from a lead perspective and only be converted to an opportunity if it or when it is a true revenue opportunity for your organization, you can build in approval workflows for that. Now, the next thing ItaQuod captures is information about whether or not this project or opportunity has funding. I'll capture that information and click on Save. Let's move to the right part of the screen, which is the behavioral panel. So ItaQuod is not just our company name, but it's also a built-in acronym or a sales memory tool that helps a sales rep to understand what information you want them to capture, guidance on how to capture that information, and specific locations on where to store it. So ItaQuod is going to allow you to capture some information. I stands for identify. Identify the business need as well as the feature and function need. The guidance questions are going to alert the sales rep to ask questions of these prospects, like what is the business pain or frustration that led the opportunity to reach out to you? And you're going to see that built into ItaQuod are microphones. In ItaQuod, we have a model of Y type, when you can talk. So most people can speak about 300 words a minute, but can only type depending upon their skills. Are they a hunting packer where they can type, 10 to 20 words a minute? Or are they a little bit better at typing and can they get up to 60 to 80 words a minute? Who knows? But you can speak 300 words, so this offers more productivity. So let's speak our notes into ItaQuod. Let me show you how powerful this can be. Clicking on the microphone, I'm going to talk into the business need. They are looking to automate their business process, period. Right now, they have a system in place that no one uses, period. New paragraph. They need visibility to specific details about why they win, why they lose, and who they compete against, period. It literally is just that simple. As you speak your notes, the system will capture the information, type them out on the screen for you. What's awesome about this is as I move along this sales structure or this acronym, not only does the color coding change, so you could see that once information is collected, you'll see it changes from red, which no information has been collected, to yellow means some information collected, to green means some or all of the information is collected. Also, the guidance questions are going to change. So the guidance questions are built in by each organization. Sales reps can organize the guidance questions to allow a more natural conversation flow or questions they feel more comfortable asking before others. And they'll capture specific details. So T stands for team. Who are the team members responsible for making a decision? And what role are they going to play in the decision process? A stands for alternatives. Who are you competing against? What are the strengths and weaknesses of the competition? This is great because this is going to allow the sales reps to ask those questions to immediately gather insight to the buyer's perceptions on the strengths and weaknesses of your competition. That gives you competitive intelligence that not only the sales rep benefits from, but so does the rest of the organization. Think about the power behind this for marketing, for messaging. Think about product development, for roadmap prioritization. Q stands for quotation. What are we quoting for products and services? U stands for urgency. Why now? Why us? And why not us? O stands for objectives. What are the expectations for results? And once this sale perhaps moves to a closed stage like one, our customer satisfaction team can pick up and document their actual results as well as their satisfaction summary. So as an organization, we're really capturing in that entire customer journey. D stands for dates to closure. What are both the buying and selling activities that are taking place for this opportunity, and how are we progressing through the various sales stages from start to finish? This is really powerful insight and powerful information. You can see the sales rep can constantly gain insight to how much of the data that they've completed that your organization values. So Once the data is in the system, this allows a sales rep to consume it, as well as the rest of the organization to consume it, but immediately put it to use. So let's go back to the idea of data is important to everybody within the organization. No matter who you are, no matter what role you play, data is key. So data can be sliced and diced and consumed in various different ways. Depending upon your role, you might want to look at the data a little bit differently. Let's just pretend, for an example, I'm a sales rep who wants a view into their opportunities that they're working on, that they've forecasted, so they've committed them for the quarter. Well, I can create this view very easily by incorporating certain filters that I want to include in this report, like who are the opportunity owners? Do I want to sort them and see all opportunities, or do I just want to see ones that I own? What stages do I want to incorporate in this view? Are they all various stages, or are they specific stages that are still open? Or are they final stages like won or lost? What opportunity types do I want to incorporate in this report? Literally all the information that you're capturing inside of ItaQuod can be put to use by sorting it through and picking out what criteria you want to incorporate and include in the report, but also then what columns of information do you want to see? And oh, by the way, you could check or uncheck these boxes, and you can drag and drop them and organize them on the screen in the way that you're going to want to see it. Everything is a set it and forget it. So once you come back into ItaQuod, the information will display for you. So perhaps I might want to see my weighted forecast against what I've committed and where I stand in the variance between the both. Maybe I want to see how well I've captured the ItaQuod information. What are my next dates to closure? And you could see it's very glaring when I don't have a follow-up activity for this particular opportunity. So I might want to go ahead and set something up there. But I could easily scroll through this list and consume the data, which is bringing back all that power behind the IQ skeleton at my fingertips. Maybe as a sales manager, I want to take a look at who are my top 10 deals that we closed last year, so I can help my sales rep find more of those customers that look just like that, really honing in on what our customer ICP looks like. Maybe as a product manager, I want to take a look at the information about why we weren't selected, maybe dissect the losses and better understand why we lost the business and who we lost it to. Maybe marketing wants to understand who are our customers that we can use as references for case studies and testimonials for our website. Maybe I'm heading up customer satisfaction and I want to understand what led an organization to decide to partner with us and how well did we deliver on those things. Not only can I see this information and the ItaQuod information brought back to me in a table view, but I can also toggle out and go to more of a geographical view and see these accounts and opportunities and contacts geographically plotted on a map. I can use these pins and it will highlight the information that is brought back to me on the screen. So I can take a look at that information. I could zoom in, I could zoom out of this. I can get a full screen view. I could drag and drop this individual to be literally in front of this office building. So if I'm meeting with somebody, I can know exactly what that office or what that building perhaps might look like. But basically, I can come back to this information as a sales manager and review it the way I want to see it. But I can also use this for pipeline review sessions. So let's just say, for example, sales managers and sales reps dread pipeline review sessions. It's simply because sales reps are constantly answering the same questions over and over again. And sales managers, well, this is the only way for them to understand whether or not these opportunities that are being forecasted have a shot at really closing. So they need it so that they're setting appropriate expectations to their peers as well. So with ItaQuod, we want to make those painful sessions go away. And while if you choose to have pipeline review sessions, our hope is that they are insanely productive. So with the power of these IQ lists, managers can look at and consume the information, but what's even neat is that without leaving the report or the screen that they're at, they can go ahead within one single click, pull back all of the demographic as well as the behavioral information about this opportunity and what's driving this opportunity to be part of our sales process. I can scroll through this information, I can consume it, and I can immediately now start collaborating with the sales rep about this opportunity. Let's just say I have a question on this opportunity. I could drill into it, go directly to the screen in which I have a question on, which perhaps I want to better understand if there's information about why not us. Well, I can immediately launch a message to Alexis and send her a message by saying, "Hey Alexis, thanks for some really great notes, exclamation point. What I was wondering is if you asked or understood why not us, question mark. I would assume that because you understand so much about this opportunity, is there anything glaring that they wouldn't consider us as their partner of choice, question mark. Please let me know as soon as possible. We're coming up against the close date, period." Now I can send Alexis this message. I could let her know that there's action that's required on her behalf. And when I send her this message, she can receive an email to her inbox letting her know that there's action, waiting for her. There's a link that will take her directly to the action. But what's even neat is that Alexis can also use the messaging component inside of ItaQuod, where she'll receive a notification inside of ItaQuod with the link that will drive her directly to the screen I'm asking her for some more information on. So you can see underneath the urgency screen, my notes for Alexis. This way, the rep can click the link, get to the screen where the feedback was given and the comments associated. The rep can now use in-context messaging while they need to respond to this action. Now, from a messaging perspective, what's also nice is management, and you can see I've used the power of IQ list to break up whether or not there's action that's required or what's required that I've asked each individual sales rep to complete, whether or not action has been completed. So having a complete picture to the coaching that has been given, as well as the coaching that's been received in each different list are a key component to ensuring pipeline reviews are efficient, organized, and completely productive. That's the power of coaching and collaborating within ItaQuod using not only the power behind IQ lists, as well as IQ messaging. One main reason, let's get into another level of ItaQuod. One main reason that sales reps stop entering data into their CRM and why CRM implementations fail is because sales reps feel like no one really looks at the data that they input, and they feel that that data isn't valued, and at the end of the day, they're not incented to put the information into the system. Well, because customers that use ItaQuod truly value data, we wanted to address the sales rep issue and show them how much data is valued, and we've built in ratings or a scoring system that can be used to rate opportunities that have reached a state of finality, like won, lost, or dead. Here's how it works. Companies can define raters to be built into ItaQuod, which gives them the opportunity to basically rate on a scale between 1 to 5 on how well the information on this opportunity has been received. So individual raters will be able to come into ItaQuod, use the power behind one click, consume the ItaQuod information, understand how well they've captured the information that we find or value to be the most. Now remember, these raters are people that are either putting this data to use or they value this data in order to do their job. But this allows constructive feedback to go back to the sales rep on how well they're capturing this valued information, as well as development coaching. So inside of ItaQuod, not only can I rate it between 1 to 5 stars, but now I can give insight in terms of what I especially valued and what I wish I saw. Again, helping them coach to collect some more information that I can benefit from in the future. This is all going to be part of ItaQuod's IQ scoring. Let's talk about now leaderboards for a second, because I really think that we could really talk about how not only can we rate and incent sales reps to put the information in and show them how valuable it is, but now we can offer them a way for them to see how they rank and compete with their peers. So, and how well they're doing against collecting specific information. So moving on to leaderboards. Leaderboards are a way that you can configure or rank employees based upon their behavior. Behavior for total of activities that have been completed and their ranking. A ranking for how well they're doing against closing revenue and how they're achieving against their quota. Or how well are they adhering to the information we want them to capture and capturing valuable information? What kind of IQ score were they given, and where do they rank in IQ score? Perhaps you might want to incent your employees by offering a financial incentive, like a cash bonus for first, second, or third place. Maybe you might want to give a gift card or a percentage increase in commission. Whatever it may be, performance rankings and giveaways are all tracked so that you can review the individual performance, and you can also take a look at behavioral trends. You can use your leaderboards basically to incent your employees, measure their activities, and reward their good behavior. Now, one last piece before we conclude on the importance of data is showing you how your data can come alive. With ItaQuod, we've built in dashboards to make it incredibly simple and easy, but incredibly intuitive, so that you can create one or many dashboards for all varying dashboard types. For example, dashboards can be set up for things like accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, as well as activities. Information on these dashboards are all powered behind your IQ lists. So information that you want to see come alive on the screen can basically see broken down into different tables, different views, so that you can summarize the information and see it essentially the way that you might want to see it. Not only from a sales perspective, from a marketing perspective, from a product perspective, from a C-level perspective, so that you can basically set or evolve company strategy. Use the power of ItaQuod basically to easily capture, consume, coach, collaborate, and incent your sales team to gather, store, and organize data that the entire organization can benefit from. I hope you enjoyed this product demonstration and look forward to talking with you again in the future.